I wonder, what is the spirit of New Year? And what is New Year itself? Just another time cycle? One of the many red letter days? Or a much more alluring and mysterious event? If my memory serves me right, the New Year was celebrated even in ancient Rome. Who knows? Maybe even before that. But why is it a holiday? And why are people so excited about it? Everyone decorates New Year trees, dreams of various stories, invites their friends. Semyon, there's a lot of space behind it. What's the matter? Are you grudging the toys? Lena's voice made me snap out of my thoughts, and I found myself standing still, clutching a small glass statue of a snow maiden in my fidgety hands. Yeah, I'm on it. Slavia, chop it smaller, or we won't be able to eat it this way. Juliana, cucumbers should be over there. Have a look, please. Alright, ein moment. Everyone around is busy with holiday duties. Even I, driven by the ambience, volunteered to bring and decorate a New Year tree. Today is the 31st of December. We've reached an agreement to celebrate New Year's at Lena's. It just happened that way. Anyway, it's not like we had any other option. Lena's place was the obvious choice. After all, who would be pleased to celebrate New Year in an untidy and dusty apartment like mine? Or in a dormitory in which Slavia and Elisa lived? Several hours until New Year, and the preparations were going all out. I was finishing and decorating our New Year tree. Slavia and Liana and Lena were casting their spells on the festive meals. Meanwhile, Alisa dashed to get the groceries. We were running out of ingredients in the last minute. Obviously, we were not. We were hoping that Xenia and Masha would drop in, but the evening was getting darker, and the girls were nowhere to be seen. The front door slammed shut, allowing in the freezing fresh air that could even be felt here, near the Christmas tree. Come get these supplies. Having finally hung the glass statue on a branch, I came up to Elisa. Judging by her voice, these supplies were pretty heavy. She stood with her back against the wall, trying to catch her breath. Lena, couldn't you find an apartment even higher? Whoa, sure it doesn't matter whether it's the second or the fifth floor. It's exhausting in any case. She shouted in the direction of the living room. Only muffled laughter echoed from there. What? You climbed the stairs while carrying all that? Can't you see? Why didn't you use an elevator? Alisa stood up to me and glanced angrily at me. Being a smartass, the elevator already went up, and I didn't want to wait. What you standing still for? Move this to the kitchen. Stop making eyes at me and move. Alisa has always been a kind of a locomotive, and at the same time, an ignition spark and our company, just like Oliana. If we gather up somewhere, it was definitely their scene. The bags appeared to be really heavy, and when I tried to pick them up, I couldn't hold a cry of surprise. Oh, how feeble men are these days. Come on, let me help you. Together, we managed to get the large, stretched due to low bags on the couch that lamentably cracked under their weight. What have you bought so much for? You'll thank me in the morning. Wow, girls, there are some firecrackers over here. Nosy Liana has already peered inside the bag through a hole in its side, pulled out a long black box, yelling cheerfully. tearing the bag even harder. Oranges fell out and rolled around the floor. Oleana. Having noticed the disaster she's done, Oleana gathered the fruit quickly and pretended a nice girl. The front door slammed again. Hi everyone, and where have you been loitering about? Masha entered the living room, wearing a dark dress and a roll-neck sweater that stood her perfectly. I wasn't loitering anywhere. We've recorded our song today, and I tell you girls, it's beautiful. So, what's up? Got any news? Are there more people to come? 'Cause there are so few of us here. Oh, Semyon, hi there too. Even though there were only 6 of us, it was getting pretty crowded in Lena's one-room flat. What a beautiful Christmas tree you have! Is it real or fake? You know, we bought a fake one, and it smells so awful. Well, like plastic, you know. And here you have a real one. It's so cute. I adore real Christmas trees. When I was little, we used to bring and decorate a real Christmas tree, and I would even chew its nails. And I also love Olivier salad too. You add pickles to it? My mother always does, but one of my friends doesn't. Somebody had to calm Marsha's endless chatter down, so I dared to chime in with the conversation, or should I say, monologue. We're waiting for Xenia. Help us sort out the stuff, will you? Okay. Oh, by the way, this evening we. Suddenly, she went silent, pausing in mid sentence. This evening you what? It's nothing. With a great deal of commitment, Masha went about loading off the bags, sorting food on the table while leaving the rest of the stuff on the sofa. It was a strange, nearly forgotten feeling that had been haunting me restlessly throughout the whole holidays, as though I was 12 again, hurrying up to bed so I could wake up early in the morning and open up gifts waiting for me under the New Year tree. And Masha's strange nothing only served to reinforce this feeling. I guess this is the first time in about 5 or 7 years I find myself in high spirits on the eve of the new year. Today I enjoy myself rather than staying buried like a mole within 4 walls, forcing my eyes not to miss the moment the clock in the corner of the screen marks the beginning of another cycle of the seasons I couldn't tell the difference between. It's all thanks to the girls. It's been only a while since the day we all met, though up to now we've been hanging out together and visiting each other pretty often, as if we were old friends. Well, perhaps it was the truth after all. But can we call everything that happened to us real? Or was it just a bright and vivid dream our company shared? Though it mattered not now, the more important thing is the lesson we've learned from this dream. The hand of the clock was approaching the 10 p.m. mark relentlessly. Lena and Slavia were having a chat and rattling dishes in the kitchen. Oil was sizzling on the pan, and some meat was baking in the oven, filling the kitchen with appetizing savor as the serving of the festive table was reaching its end. Lots of trumpery was hanging from each and every corner I've reached. Garlands were winking with bright colors, and dolls' glassware was glistening from the branches of the New Year tree. The scent of tangerine and pine needles served as a complement of the elevated atmosphere of a holiday, just like in good old days of childhood. Uliana and Elisa ran outside, having a strong intention to try out the explosive contents of the bag that filled it to the limit. Masha was lying on the sofa and seemed to be falling asleep. I was sitting in an old and soft armchair, staring aimlessly at the TV screen, with a bunch of show business stars in brightly colored dresses, Hollywood smiles shining on their faces, were wishing their audience a happy new year. Though, at that very moment, I had not the slightest intention to notice any of their historic behavior. All I wanted to see was a noisy celebration of holidays with cheerful people and their never-ending smiles. My eyes accidentally caught the sight of some kind of a little dog box lying on the floor. Uliana's firecrackers. At the same time, a mobile phone rang somewhere in the kitchen. You want me to drop them? Nah, climb up and take them by yourself. I won't drop them to you. What? Oh, okay. Send me on. Go down and give those firecrackers to Liana. She's left them somewhere in the room. Thoughts were moving slowly in my head, as if my mind was unfolding in some haze, and I didn't want to leave the soft and cozy armchair. Though, why don't I go out and breathe some fresh air? My stomach needs to take a break from those tempting smells anyway. Go down to Liana, drop down the firecrackers from the window. Let's throw the firecrackers. Going outside, freezing over, even just getting dressed, I was too lazy for it. I'm a lazy guy. I opened a small window, allowing a breeze of freezing air inside the room. From up here, only Liana's bright red puffer could be seen. Liana, catch it! I waved my hand with a small box in it, and after making sure that Liana noticed me, threw it outside, aiming as close to her as possible. Hope that won't hit her in the head. Thanks! Did it. Feeling that my duty had been done, I closed the window and returned to the chair, shrinking because of the cold. Masha lazily followed me with her eyes, staying silent. The same clatter of crockery and quiet chatter of the girls could be heard from the kitchen. The TV was saying some general jolly festive speeches. Each time I struggled harder to open my eyes, my ears were becoming heavier, and everything around just froze. Fell asleep in anticipation. Masha, judging by her looks, was pretty tired of all this festive fuss. She switched the channel to some weird show where two suspiciously familiar guys were checking city myths and legends. Anyway, Masha, where were you all the time? She shuddered, but didn't reply. Masha? Take a look. Just promise not to tell anyone. Just now I've noticed a phone in her hand. A photo appeared on the screen. Masha in a shiny dress with a microphone on stage. A lot of people around here, spangled decorations everywhere. What's that? Semyon, come here. Calm. Always follow the lady. Come on. Could you please help me? Liana ran outside, and I can't reach it. What? The jar. It's on the high shelf over there. Okay. Lena was the most responsible, notable, and serious-minded person among us. You could ask her about anything, and have no doubts that she will do it. Probably that's why our feast was held in her flat. According to Cherry Uliana, Lena is on her third year of studies in medical university. However, her exact field of studies remained a mystery for me, and judging by the number of times I've seen her pegging away at that thematic, literature, and various tutorials, she was fully engaged in studies. Generally, she never liked to talk about herself or the events of her life. We passed through a narrow corridor and stepped into a tiny kitchen. There were some simple tea goodies at the table. The kettle on the stove was slowly boiling. A weird poster was hanging on the fridge. I was trying to understand who it was, but couldn't. Stealing sweets, huh? The girl smiled. So how did everything go with Juliana? Everything's alright, she got it. Meanwhile, Lena came up to the kitchen cabinet and moved the small curtain away, revealing several bellied 3-liter jars. Lena, Slavia, come here, someone, echoed from the living room. I want to look at Lena. There's no need. I'll help. Men are the best cooks. Yeah, I've heard something like that. Such a shame I haven't seen that myself. No, don't worry. I'll do everything. I think Semyon can manage the cheese grating. Of course I can. See? Yeah, I see. Well, just don't complain that I'm exploiting you. If you're evicting me from my own kitchen, I'll go entertain the guests. Lena stayed silent for a while, watching Elisa and Liliana dressing up in the night. That didn't scatter away like these two. They must have really not wanted to help with house chores, huh? Gonna have to sit alone with Masha, just like there, you know. She quietly giggled. Me and Slavia also smiled. Lena went to the living room as soon as the sounds of some movie echoed from there. The New Year TV program surely doesn't have a great variety of movies to show. Probably The Irony of Fate, Day, or something like that. I tried to strain my ears. Slavia said something, but I couldn't catch it. Huh? What? Great the carrot. The carrot? Are you sure it should be added to the olive salad? Senor, you don't understand. I think in a sausage cuts, everything goes into the olive salad. Someone even adds apples. I don't know. Our family never did, I guess. It's been a long time. I can't quite remember it now. Slavia was chopping pickles, eggs, and other ingredients of the New Year dish in this batch. I was sitting silently and feasting my eyes on her cooking. The aura of coziness and home-like warmness was around. Some way I had a feeling that a group of small blonde children is about to go in and start pulling my legs, shouting, "Daddy, Daddy!" What the fuck? Such a stare, huh? Fairy godfather, you're going to make a hole in me. Whoa! What the fuck is that? I'm sorry I fell into thoughts. About what? You're an expert in this. Oh, come on. It doesn't require much wisdom. So what do we have left? Sausages? I haven't eaten anything since morning. All of this festive fuzz made me quite exhausted. I pointed at the window. Hey, look, it's Father Frost. Slavia turned to the window, and I took the opportunity, stealing a piece of smoked sausage from a plate on the table. She turned around quicker than I erased the evidence, and frowning playfully, gently touched my forehead with a spoon, imitating a hit. Ding! Got the thief. That's how it is. I help her, and she's fighting. I would have expected this from Elisa or Liana, but not from you. I didn't think you were like this. Ara, so what do you think I am like? I fell silent, thinking how to reply. The question was asked in jest, but I thought that somehow the answer is very important for her. At least my answer. Kind, caring, something like that. Maybe that was the case? What are you talking about? No, nothing. Just thinking out loud. She smiled and carried on with her kitchen chores. I tried to understand what she meant, but nothing came to my mind. Anyway, it seemed like she didn't want me to expand the subject, so I decided to just help her. So, how are you doing here? Chop the snacks and the salads, only stirring and seasoning left. Alright, let me continue from here. I've got a secret outside. You can watch the beer go to the gingers outside. They're about to start blowing the firecrackers. The firecrackers? Do it yourself, no doubt. Aren't they gonna hurt themselves? Knowing these two, not sure. Well, at least they went outdoors, not to roof. I'm pretty sure they're safe there. To the roof? Yeah, it isn't locked and has a great view. I think we should go there as the bells ring. Watch the fireworks. Seems like the snow is about to fall. It's gotta be beautiful. I've never seen the city from above. Well, I did one time from the Ferris wheel, but that was in the afternoon and not so high feeling. Wanna go there? Check it out while we still have some time? I'm not in the mood for TV. Yeah, I do. Well, what kind of party is that? I guess I'm a bad house. Everyone is scattering away. Alice and Oliana. Now you. Make it quick though. Otherwise me and Masha will eat all the delicacies. Right, Masha? For sure we will. I'm hungry as a hunter after the recording. Even us too. So make it quick. Don't wait for the latecomers. We won't be late. I helped Slavia to dress up and then, after getting her pass, took a small parcel. There wasn't enough space in the pocket of the overcoat for it, so I had to hide it under the jacket. Nothing special, just a small gift. I bought it when we were dangling around in the shopping center. Somehow, I really wanted to show Slavia that she wasn't just one off for me. The things that happened between us in the camp were so balled up and definitely unfinished. I checked the parcel. I wonder if she will like it. Elena was right, the door was actually open, and no one got in our way. The city outside was shining with a million of bright lights, the sounds of firecrackers going on, and familiar cheerful voices echoed from below. I'm glad we didn't go there. I just wanted to be alone with Slavia. Why? That's a tough question even for me. That's beautiful. Yeah, my flat is on the 7th floor, so when I feel lonely, I like to stare at the window and watch the night city. But the glass separates me from it there, so not like there. And does it happen often? What? Well, do you often feel lonely? I looked away. I had been thinking what I'd say to her when we were alone for the whole day, but the conversation was getting more and more awkward at every moment. Yeah, I do. Me too. We kept this silence for a while, enjoying the view of the city at night. Slavia started to warm her hands by blowing on them. Why haven't you put your gloves on? I've lost them yesterday, still didn't have time to buy new ones. Wanna go back? Why am I asking this? I don't even want to. No, no need. I'll hide them in my pockets. Wanna stay here for a little longer? You know, I wanted to. Well, wait until the midnight. But if things are going this way, I'll give it that. I handed her the parcel. Young girls in the present packing shop started to celebrate New Year much earlier than needed, so they were making me blush by the jokes. Like when she sees a bow knot like this, she flies into your arms and starts kissing you. You'll see. I personally would do it. In a bout of generosity, when they even stick the card with receiver's name on the box, I chuckled when I remembered the faces of these girls when they heard that they should write slave, and I thought that the parcel was for a guy. I had to point out that it was to Slavia, not Slava, which was a male name, but I couldn't tell if they believed me or not. I had to ask them to write her whole name, Slaviana. Inside the parcel was a pair of handsome women's gloves. Nothing special, as I said. Who would have known that they would be so Johnny on the spot? I was impatiently waiting for Slavia's reacting. She is going to unpack the present and then... Oh, is this for me? For you, of course. Take a look. She unsuccessfully tried to untie the bow knot and looked at me with a guilty smile. I can't, my fingers are frozen. That's alright, let me help. So where are your frozen fingers? I threw the snow off the concrete curb, put the parcel on it, and grabbed Slavia's hands. Strange feeling, it would seem any sorts of things were there. But now, holding her palms in my hands, I felt shy and worrisome. Thank God I didn't start to mumble and stumble. Slavia's fingers were cold, colder than mine. I tried to warm them with the heat of my hands, but I left my gloves somewhere in the corridors as well, so even if I was warmer, that was not enough. Not doing anything. Let me try other beats. I moved her fingers to my mouth and blowed on them, then put them to my cheeks. Slavia shuddered and looked at me with surprise. However, she didn't move her hands. Oh, what are you doing? What? Should I let you freeze here? Well, it seems they warmed up a bit. Come on, let's open. A particularly loud pop echoed from below, followed by a shrill whistle, and centimeters away from us a bright yellow arrow flew by, throwing sparkles in all possible directions. Slavia shuddered, lost her balance, hanged on me, swinging her wide, and the parcel with the present fell down. I guess Juliana should have become a rocket scientist. Such a waste of talents. But I'll definitely give her the stick. If I catch her, of course. Only now I realized that I was hugging Slavia, and she, having her hands under my coat, was hugging me as well, nestling to my shoulder and looking quite happy. Maybe I should spare Liana. I wouldn't have enough determination to do this myself. Slavia looked at me and sighed. Ouch. Your present, We'll find it. The quadrangle is empty. Everyone at home. Wanna go down look for it? Not having moved her hand still, Slaviana looked down, trying to spot a smaller dot in the white snow. Of course, we should find it. It's from you. If someone gets it, I won't be able to forgive myself. She blushed and fell silent. You don't even know what's inside. We'll find it, and you'll show me. Just we won't have enough time to do this year. Yeah, one could easily get lost in time with you. Do you think Lena will be offended if we don't return by the midnight? I think she'll understand and forgive us. You should tell her that I wanted to kiss you so bad that I didn't want to let you go back until you did. You want me to lie to her? No, I don't. I leaned to her face and gently touched her lips with mine. Slavia closed her eyes and hugged me even stronger. How long will we be standing like this? Who knows? Oh, how sweet. Romeo and Juliet roof scene. Balcony scene. Told you they're gonna be late. Not just them. Where's Liana, by the way? Just a second. She was following me on the staircase. Girls, you won't believe this. Slavia, you in particular. Slavia sighed and looked in the girls. She definitely wasn't grateful for being interrupted. Me neither, actually. Hi, Will. What have you got? I think I shut down Father Frost. I hope none of you isn't called off. Her face was so serious that at first I couldn't even tell if she was just kidding. Liliana, did you start drinking without us? What are they talking about? You didn't, really. I stayed to set off the final rocket, the big one. I showed it to you, but it flew up, exploded, and here you go. Someone screamed, and a present fell from the sky. She handed us a familiar parcel. There's a card here. Happy New Year to Slaviana. I guess it's for you, Slavia. Can't think of someone with such a name around here. Semyo. What you even laughing at? I'll keep it for myself if you don't stop. I have received my present already. Huh? And what is it? The best I could possibly get. She smiled and took my hand. Me too. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm taking it for myself. What if there's something interesting inside? They're over your sides. Liana quickly grumbled something like, it is a bra or something, but give Slavia the parcel. Thank you, I owe you one. So, are we going back? The hot meals are getting cold. We hurried back through the staircase. My small New Year wonder was still holding my hand, just as if being afraid it will disappear if she lets me go.